Ni sa ga ni pa ga ma pa ga ma re pa da pa ma pa da ni sa re sangeetam sarva brahmamayam.
Namaskaram to all of you who have joined Samskriti Europe today. A very warm welcome from Paaraayanam Frankfurt. It all began in April 2010 I think it began a lot earlier in the year 2003 to be very specific. It started as a very small family gathering. It was just my husband Vasudevan, myself and my daughter. We would come together every Saturday and recite this upon suggestion from our mommy. And I owe my thanks to her and to all the elders in the family for having inculcated this habit of chanting shlokas from a very young age. And we are so grateful and humbled to have this opportunity to have started or to have gathered a few like-minded people to form Paaraayanam Frankfurt. Well, maybe you should listen to one of our group members who's been there from almost the beginning with us.
Namaste, my name is Prasad Nandamori and I live in Frankfurt. Being far miles away from India, I feel connected to our traditions by participating along with the family in Paaraayanam Frankfurt group every week. Its physical or virtual Paaraayanam had given me peace of mind, positive vibes and lots of happiness. The Paaraayanam starts with small shlokas which kids can also recite and ends with Shanti mantras, gives me a complete divine pleasure. The structural format of Paaraayanam designed by Sri Vasudevan Raghavan is extraordinary. Dhanyavad.
And you should also listen to Akila, who also has been with us from the early years of Paaraayanam. But there was a time when it was just Akila's family, our family and another dear friend's family. We would never ever miss even a single Saturday to come together to recite the Paaraayanam, so which is primarily the Vishnu Sahasranamam, and concluding with the Shanti mantra. It would go for about an hour, but we also used to enjoy the potluck food that came along with it. That wasn't the main attraction though.
Namaskaram. My name is Akhila, residing here in Frankfurt. Me and my family have been a long-standing members of Paaraayanam Frankfurt. We're very grateful to Vasuji and Malathi ji for this wonderful initiation, which brought us much closer to our wonderful Sanatana Dharma. And we are very happy, and we just hope that this association grows 10 times and much more in the coming years. Sarve janaha sukhino bhavantu.
Well, it's not always about just chanting shlokas for the sake of chanting. You should listen to this wonderful lady who tells us that her life became wonderful after she joined the Paaraayanam family.
I'm Dr. Shrija Badri Narayanan. We are blessed to be part of Frankfurt Paaraayanam group for the past 10 years. Under the able guidance of Sri Vasudevan Raghavan, we enjoy chanting slokas and understanding the quintessence of them. Paaraayanam Frankfurt conducts Ganesh Chaturthi and many upanyasams which connect us to the Indian roots. Shloka recital competitions and Itikasa quiz competition motivate our kids to learn more about Sanatana Dharma. Paaraayanam Frankfurt binds us all together as a family of like-minded people to transfer the Indian knowledge of culture and tradition to our next generation kids. Dhanyavad.
This association was very interesting. Maybe you should hear her out first.
Namaste, my name is Aishwarya. I have been associated with Paaraayanam Frankfurt since 2013. I have been fortunate to attend some of the weekly Paaraayanam sessions, the annual Ganesh Chaturthi celebrations, and more recently one of the Akhanda Paaraayanam sessions. I am most fortunate and very happy to have attended Bhagavad Gita classes of Sri Vasudevan ji, who introduced me to systematic study of Advaita Vedanta and also led me to my spiritual guru. Paaraayanam Frankfurt is like a huge flower bouquet, and every spiritual sadhaka can find something for their journey. I hope many more get to join Paaraayanam Frankfurt. Namaste.
That's Aishwarya, whom my husband met at one of the meetups. From a meetup to the Paaraayanam Frankfurt family. Let us now meet Vasudevan.
Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. On behalf of Paaraayanam Frankfurt family, I would like to welcome you to this edition of the Margazhi Utsavam of Samskriti Europe. The Paaraayanam Frankfurt family consists of several 50, 60, 70 families, individuals who come together to learn and practice Sanatana Dharma in their day-to-day life. We come together to chant shlokas, to conduct pujas, to conduct yajnas, and to celebrate festivals. And we have been doing this now for the past 12 years. We started this in 2010. And even though we have the name Frankfurt in our name, our members come from various parts of Germany, and in fact some countries outside Germany also, particularly Belgium. And so as part of our activities, we have been chanting Vishnu Sahasranamam Paarayanam, Lalita Sahasranamam, learning a lot of different shlokas. We have been learning Bhagavad Gita and Viveka Chudamani and a few other texts. And most recently, we have started learning Bhagavad Gita chanting. So Paaraayanam Frankfurt has the objective of keeping Sanatana Dharma alive in the midst of Hindus who have chosen to live outside India and where the main culture, the mainstream culture is not Sanatana Dharma. So it's all the more of a challenge to keep our tradition and culture alive in this alien environment. Namaste. Thank you.
Chanting shlokas is part of Sanatana Dharma, and it has been handed over down to us by our many sages and seers, and it is only our duty and responsibility to carry forward this tradition and hand it over to the next generation. And we from Paaraayanam Frankfurt are once again, very grateful for that. Before I conclude, I would like you to listen to this couple from Belgium, who's our most recent family member.
Namaskaram, I'm Arun and this is Varshini and we are from Belgium. We got associated with Paaraayanam Frankfurt more than a year ago, and since then Paaraayanam Frankfurt is a part of our daily life.
Thanks to Paaraayanam Frankfurt for giving us the opportunity to participate in weekly Paaraayanam sessions and learn new shlokas. A special thanks to Asuji for teaching us to chant the shlokas the right way and to understand their meaning. Thank you.
And with that, we are very happy to present today's program from Samskriti Europe. Thank you.
Namaste, this is Nihira Joshi Deshpande. I reside in Hüttlingen, Germany. I would like to congratulate Samskriti Europe for coming up with this festival and promoting Indian music, culture, heritage. And I am extremely happy to be performing a beautiful bhajan by Sant Meera Bhajan that I learned from my first guru, Smt Malathi T from the Kirana Gharana. I then moved on to learning from Dr. Jyoti Kale from the Jaipur Atravali Gharana. And I'm currently training with Srimati Anuradha Kuber of the Bhendi Bazar Gharana. I also took parallel lessons in light music from Padmashri Kalyanji Bhai. Currently, for the past few years, I've been working as an independent musician. I compose and sing and perform my own songs and release them. So here is my little contribution to this festival. Sakhiri मैं गिरधर के रंग राची. सखीरी रंग मीरा झोली रंग दे, पंचु रंग मीरा झोली रंग दे, झुरमुट खेल न जाती मैं, झुरमुट खेल न जाती सखीरी गिरधर के रंग राजी, मैं गिरधर के रंग राजी। झुरमुठ में मेरा साई मिलेगा, झुरमुठ में मेरा साई मिलेगा, खोल आडंबर गाती, खोल आडंबर गाती, चंदा सूरज दोनों जाएगा, चंदा सूरज दोनों जाएगा, अटल रहे अविनाशी, अटल रहे अविनाशी, गिरधर के रंग राजी, मैं गिरधर के रंग राजी। जिनके पिया परदेस बसत है, जिनके पिया परदेस बसत है, लिख लिख भेजना पाती, लिख लिख भेजना पाती। मोरे पिया मोर माही बसत है, मोरे पिया मोर माही बसत है, कब हो आती जाती, कब हो आती जाती, पिहर बसूना बसु सास घर, पिहर बसूना बसु सास घर, सतगुरु सबद संगाती, सतगुरु सबद संगाती, ना घर मेरा ना घर तेरा, ना घर मेरा
गिरधर के रंग राजी, मैं गिरधर के रंग राजी, सखी रे
Thank you so much.
Namaskaram. With this verse from the Saundarya Lahari, I invoke the blessings of Devi for this noble initiative of Samskriti Europe in launching the festival Margazhi as an online event in Europe. May the Shakti of the Mother Goddess manifest itself in all its forms. We see it manifested already as Ichcha Shakti, the desire to be. And it has triggered Kriya Shakti, the power of action already. May it lead to Jnana, the power of knowledge. Arts in India have been the inroad to knowledge because arts bring us knowing by doing. Sadhana or practice is what matters. The refinement that comes with sadhana is what leads to that jnana, giving us that fifth kosha, the Anandamaya kosha. Now, how do you bring this practice to new environs? This has been my journey in the last 4 decades. And what I would like to do in this presentation today is give you a few insights of this journey, very brief, just in the short time, to encourage the artists to not give up their art, to continue practicing. And with noble initiatives, these will get now showcased, because presenting the art that one practices is also part of that knowledge system. The rasikas have to be given this knowledge through arts. So the dancer or the musician is trained for that. In this sense, I will present how I have not only been performing, but also teaching and choreographing, because very early in my journey, I realized that my rasikas are going to be of non-Indian origin, whether in my performances or in my teaching. And this huge interest that the Europeans brought to the art form, the curiosity, even without knowing India or its arts, was something that has enriched me and taught me that art is universal, but how? there are two aspects I always say. There is form and there is content. Form is beyond cultural and geographic borders. I see this in Nritta, which creates picture-like movements, chitra-like impression on the audiences. And then there is the Abhinaya. This is content, and content is usually embedded in context. And we have many contexts in India where dance was embedded or music was embedded. And the content has been defined by that. The narratives and the emotive content is where I see the universal aspect in it. And when you pour the emotions into it, like Natya Shastra says, and give it emotive meaning, then it becomes universal. I will present to you just 3 little excerpts out of programs that I have done. The first one will show you how I have brought my old dances that I learned as a child in the 60s. And I have taught it to my students. Here, the example is Natana Madinar. This particular performance, almost 50 years after I had presented it for the first time, along with other students of my teacher, I presented it with my senior dancers, 4 of my senior dancers in Berlin, during a lecture of Dr. Sunil Kothari, because I found that relevant for that evening in 2016.
Ganga Taranga Kamaniga Jata Kalapo Gauri Nirantaro Vibhushita Vamabhagam Narayana Priya Ananga Matapaharam Varanasi Purapatyu Bhaje Vishwanatham Vishwanatham Vishwanatham
In the next piece, I will be presenting excerpts from a Varnam in Raga Natai Kuranji set to Aditala. My dear friend and colleague Padmini Ravi from Bangalore brought it to us in the 90s, and it has been a part of the repertoire of the dancers at my academy since then. Here you will see my Lithuanian student Irina Kushelevich, who runs the branch of my academy in Vilnius and Kaunas, performing this with the dancers there. What is interesting here is, and this is something I encourage with my dancers to do, is that she has reformatted the original choreography to make it attractive for 5 dancers to present it in that Natya format, the dance theater.
கிடைக்கும்
had funds, which I did get from state cultural departments for a number of years, and I could get musicians from India, I would put up productions with themes. They're called today thematic productions, something I did from the early 90s onwards in Germany, to bring the narratives of India to the audiences here. One of them was called Rainbow Melodies, where I thematized the Saptaswaras, their colors, and the planets they are associated. I will not be able to present that video because the time is not enough, but I will present a bit of the Tilana that I had choreographed for that, for 7 dancers, in Raga Purvi, set to Rupakatala, the rhythm compositions by Vidwan S.V. Giridhar. Here, we presented it once again, where I had 6 of my European dancers, senior dancers, accompanying me. It's a very short excerpt for the time that I have today. But I look forward to Rasikas getting interested in these kind of programs in the future. I take this opportunity to wish Samskriti Europe the very, very best for having pulled off the first event successfully in 2022. And may there be many more that will encourage artists residing in Europe, dedicated to the arts, to find a platform, whether online or whether in auditoriums. We have to start living with the new normal. Wishing all the organizing committees and associations of Samskriti Europe the very, very best for the future. I remain. Namaskaram.
ऋषभगान्धारमध्यम धैवत षट्च पञ्चमम् ऋषभगान्धार मध्यम धैवत षट्च पञ्चम रागानुराग त्वरित प्रजय प्रणवाकार ऋषभगान्धार मध्यम धैवत षट्च पञ्चम रागानुराग त्वरित प्रजय प्रणवाकार नित्य निरामय निर्मल निगमान्त प्रतिपद्ये
Namaskaram. I am Mrs. Meera Mani, founder of Lasipriya Fine Arts. I take this opportunity to thank Samskriti EU, who has initiated to bring various artists from all over Europe for this wonderful Margazhi. We are happy to be a part of this event, Samskriti. On behalf of Lasipriya, we are presenting Nritya of Bharatanatyam dance. Today, Mrs. Rohini Dwarakanath is going to present a Kirtana on Lord Krishna focused on Nritya.
I am Rohini Dwarakanath. I am from Karlsruhe, Germany. I am a part of Lasipriya Fine Arts. I am part of the faculty member. I completed my diploma with the able guidance of Mrs. Meera Mani, and now I am a part of the group. Today I will be presenting Purandaradasar Kirtane called Kadagola Tarana Chinnave in Kannada. The crux of the song is Krishna has taken the wooden paddle used for churning of milk to get the butter, and Yashoda is asking Krishna to give it back. She also tells, you come with your brother, I am going to give you nice things. Please return the paddle back to me, without which I will not be able to give you the delicious butter which you like. And finally, she also tells Krishna, you are the Almighty, you are the one who is everything and beyond everything. So please give me this paddle to churn the butter. So it's my humble attempt to do the Abhinaya for this Kirtani. Thank you so much.
Kadagola Tarinna Chinnave Kadagola Tarinna Chinnave Mogadudidare Mogarudedare Venne Varadurannave Kadagola Tarinna Chinnave Mogarudedare Venne Varadurannave Kadagola Tarinna Chinnave ಅಣ್ಣನ ಒಡಗೊಂಡು ಬಾರಯ್ಯ ಸವಿ ಸವಿ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯ ಮುದ್ದೆಯ ನೆಲುದಿರಂತೆ ಅಣ್ಣನ ಒಡಗೊಂಡು ಬಾರಯ್ಯ ಸವಿ ಸವಿ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯ ಮುದ್ದೆಯ ನೆಲುದಿರಂತೆ ಕೊಡಗೋಲ ತಾರೆನ್ನ ಚಿನ್ನವೇ ಮೊಗನೊಡೆದರೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಬಾರದೂರನ್ನವೇ ಕೊಡಗೋಲ ತಾರೆಂದ ಚಿನ್ನವೇ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಪೂಜಿಯ ತಂದು ನಿನ್ನಯ ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿಸುವೆ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಪೂಜಿಯ ತಂದು ನಿನ್ನ ತೊಟ್ಟಿಲ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಕಟ್ಟಿರುವೆ ಬಟ್ಟಲು ತುಂಬಿದ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ನಿನಗಿವೆ ಬಟ್ಟಲು ತುಂಬಿದ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ನಿನಗಿವೆ ಕಟ್ಟಾಡಿ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ ಕನಿಯೇ ಬಾರಾಮ ಕಟ್ಟಾಡಿ ಮುಟ್ಟಿದ ಕನಿಯೇ ಬಾರಾಮ ಕೊಡಬೋಲ ತಾಯಿಂದ ಚಿಣ್ಣವೇ ಬಡವರ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ನಿಧಿಗೆ ಗೋಕುಲದ ಒಡೆಯ ಪುರಂದರ ಬಿಡದ ಕೃಷ್ಣಯ್ಯ ಬಡವರ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ನಿಧಿಗೆ ಗೋಕುಲದ ಒಡೆಯ ಪುರಂದರ ಬಿಡದ ಕೃಷ್ಣಯ್ಯ ಕಡಲು ತುಡುಕು ಮಾಡುವರೇನು ಕಡಲೊಳು ತುಡುಕು ಮಾಡುವರೇನು ರಂಗಯ್ಯ ರಂಗವ ರಂಗ ರಂಗಯ್ಯ ರಂಗ ರಂಗ ಪಡಬೋನ ತಾರಿಂದ ಚಿನ್ನವೇ ಮೊಗರೊಡೆದರೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆ ಬಾರನುರಂಗವೇ ಪಡಬೋನ ತಾರಿಂದ
Hope you enjoy the performance of Rohini. And now the next item is Andal Kautvam, focused on Nritya again. As you all know, Margazhi month is dedicated to goddess Andal. On this occasion of Margazhi, Srimati Padmini Bhatt is presenting this dance. The audio sung by Sheila Unnikrishnan and Shrikant Gopalakrishnan in one of the stage shows.
Namaskara, I am Padmini Bhatt residing in Germany. I am learning Bharatanatyam under the guidance of Srimati Meera Bhajan from Lasyapriya Fine Arts. Today for this beautiful festival, I will be presenting Andal Kautvam. This Kautvam is a beautiful poem in praise of Andal. Andal was found as a baby in the gardens of Tulasi shrub of Sri Vishnu Chittar. Vishnu Chittar was a pious man who made fresh garlands every day from his garden and offered it to Sri Lord Jagannath. As Andal grew up, she fell in love with Sri Lord Jagannath and started to wear the garland herself first before offering it to Sri Lord Jagannath. At the end of the Kautvam, the composer says Andal married Sri Lord Jagannath, one who has 1,000 names and carries a shanka and yields a discus. Thank you.
నందికి తక తకనం తక దక తక తక ధిమి ధిమిత ధిమిత ఝము
నందికి తక నందికి తక తక ధిమి ధిమిత ధిమిత జనం
నందికి తక తకనం తక 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 ధిమి ధిమిత ధిమిత ఝను నందికి தக்கதத்தனம் தக்க 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 திமி 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 தஜனு
வில்லி நகரன் திகழ் விஷ்ணு சித்தர் மகள் தாக வந்த திரு ஆடி பூரணாள்
வில்லி நகர்த்திகள் விஷ்ணு சித்தர் மகளாக வந்த திருவாடி பூரணாள்
தித்தா 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 கிடத்தக்க துளசி வனம் தண்ணிலே ஜம் ஜம்
ಧಿತ್ತ 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 ಗಿಡದಗಿ ತುಳಸಿ ವನಂ ತನಿಲೇ ಝಂ ಝಂ ತಕ್ಕಣಕ ನಂ ತರಿದೈ ಧಿಕ್ಕು ತಕ್ಕ ತೊಂಕಿಡದಗಿ ತೊಂಕಿಡದಗಿ ತೊಂಕಿಡ ತೊಂ ತೊಂಕಿಡದಗಿ ತೊಣಗಿಡ ಗಿಡದಗಿ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರಂ ಅವತಾರಂ ಆಗಿಯ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರಂ ಅವತಾರಂ ಆಗಿಯ
தக்கிடதக்கி திக்கிடதக்கி தரிக்கிட
சங்கம் ஏந்தியே
திக்கிடதக்கி திரிக்கிடதக்கி திரிக்கிட
திகிரி அணிந்தவர்
கிடதக்கி தொணக்கிடதக்கி தொணக்கிட
ஜோதியானவன்
நம் கிடதக்கி நனக்கிடதக்கி நனக்கிட
நாமமாயிரம் 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 வடபத்ர சயனர்க்கு சூடி கொடுத்த 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 பூமகளாகிய கோதை கவுக்கம் வடபத்ர சயனர்க்கு சூடி கொடுத்த பூமகளாகிய கோதை கவுக்கம் வடபத்ர சயனர்க்கு சூடி கொடுத்த பூமகளாகிய கோதை கவுக்கம்
தத்தரித்தரித்த கிண்ண கித்தரித்தரித்த கிண் தத்தரித்தரித்த கிண்ண கிண்ண கிணதாம் கிண்ண கிணதாம்
குதி குத கீட்ட ஓம் கிட கிடத்த கிடம் தங்கி கிடத்த கிதே கித்தாம் தத்தா தத்தா
Namaskaram one and all. I am Subramanya Shiva from Stuttgart. I would like to present classical flute. I would like to thank Samskriti team for organizing this Margazhi Utsavam in Europe. Thanks a lot everyone. I would like to start the presentation with Thirupavai on Raga Natai Margazhi Tingal. Next, I would like to present Entoro Mahadubhavulu in Ragam Sri Ragam.
Coming up next, we have Lakshmi, who lives in Munich, Germany. She's a Carnatic vocalist and has a senior degree in Carnatic vocal, and she's also a trained Vidvat. She started learning Carnatic music at the age of 4 and continues to learn under the guidance of her gurus, Srimati Jayalakshmi, Srimati Rekha Prasad, and currently under Srimati Andal Sriram. She has been giving several vocal performances live in India as well as in Europe. She's going to be presenting Kriti by Saint Annamacharya in Raga Sindhu Bhairavi and also a Marathi Abhang in Raga Basant Bahar. Let's welcome Lakshmi to Samskriti Europe.
नाच के आए, नाच के आए गिरिधर, नाच के आए नटखट 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 गिरिधर, नाच के आए गिरिधर। ढूंढ मुझे उन आके नाचे, ढूंढ मुझे उन आके नाचे, धड़क धड़क मेरे दिन भी नाचे, धड़क धड़क मेरे दिन भी नाचे, धड़क धड़क मेरे दिन भी नाचे, नाच के आए नटखट गिरिधर, नाच के आए नटखट गिरिधर, नाच के आए गिरिधर। मोर मुकुट के घुंघरू नाचे, मोर मुकुट के घुंघरू नाचे, मोहन मुस्का मुँह पे नाचे, मोहन मुस्का मुँह पे नाचे, बांसुरी भोली, बांसुरी बोली, SaReGaMaPa, बांसुरी बोली, SaReGaMaPa, बांसुरी बोली, SaReGaMa गरी सा, बांसुरी बोली, SaReGaMa SaReGaMa बांसुरी बोली, SaReGaMa SaReGaMa पाँव के पायल रुम झुम कट गिरिधर नाच के आए, नटखट गिरिधर नाच के आए, नटखट गिरिधर नाच के आए, नटखट गिरिधर नाच के आए, नाच के आए, नाच के आए, नाच के नाच के आए, नाच के आए, नाच के आए, नटखट गिरिधर आदिदेव परमात्मा, आदिदेव परमात्मा, वेद वेदांत वेद्य नमो नमो, आदिदेव परमात्मा, वेद वेदांत वेद्य नमो नमो, आदिदेव परमात्मा। परात्पर भक्त भवभञ्जन, परात्पर भक्त भवभञ्जन, चराचर लोक जनक नमो नमो, आदिदेव परमात्मा, वेद वेदांत वेद्य नमो नमो, आदिदेव परमात्मा। गदाधर श्री वेंकटगिरि निलया, गदाधर श्री वेंकटगिरि निलया, सदानंद प्रसन्न नमो नमो, आदिदेव परमात्मा, वेद वेदांत वेद्य नमो नमो, आदिदेव परमात्मा।
दानि सदनि पदम पदमरि पदपमा पदनि सरि संगीतं सर्वब्रह्म